Welcome back to the baseball podcast. We're joined by Savannah Banana's legend, Cole Parks, United States Army legend. We're just going to give you all the accolades if we can.
Yeah.
And no, in all honesty, though, Cole Parks is a friend of Garrett, who people know. He's been on the show,
Yeah,
and
he's the famous handsome freezer of
yeah,
the show.
I don't know if you're familiar with this. Garrett was on, and he had a terrible internet connection, so he kept freezing, and every freeze was like a LinkedIn headshot because he's gorgeous.
No,
So
he
yeah,
told me that it came on, but he didn't tell me about all the miscues.
Oh, he left that out? That was
Yeah,
his
he failed
he's
to
a
mention
modest
that.
man.
that was
He's
his
not going to go.
signature moment.
Yeah, he's not going to go. Yeah, I went on the show and I looked really good. You know what I mean? That's not
Yeah.
Garrett. That's not Garrett's style. So Cole, correct me if I'm wrong here. My understanding is that Garrett was just kind of chatting you up, whatever, talking about baseball, and said, "Oh yeah, my fat brother-in-law has this baseball podcast," and you were like, "Word."
Yeah,
Is it-
we were rucking, getting ready because we just went through selection, so we were getting ready for all that stuff, and it was just me and him. We were walking through the woods, bored as could be. Started talking about baseball, and he's like, "Yeah, my brother-in-law, he's got a podcast." I was like, "Oh, no way, that's pretty cool."
Yeah. Yeah. And
Yeah,
then,
happily ever after.
yeah, I don't like that he left out that he was on here handsome freezing because, that really is worth talking about.
Yeah, it did become like a meme. But so that
Like he's the first guy who you can't do the pause game on because no matter what, he's not going to look stupid.
yeah, it's a shame.
But yeah, so anyway,
Yeah. So
so
Cole was nice enough to say that he would come on. Cole, you were Savannah Banana, correct?
I was, yep.
And so that's really
2018.
cool. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It was just 2018.
Okay.
okay.
So I'm going to be straight with you. I don't really know anything about the bananas. It was never really my game, but I was like, I think they're cool and popular. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
So Tom knows more about the bananas. So
Yeah,
if
I'm a little bit of a bananas fan personally.
you're a banana guy, so
Yeah,
Cole, do me a
definitely.
favor if you will. Can you just describe the bananas, what the deal is, why people are into them, that sort of thing?
So like their whole like company is based on like fan first entertainment. So basically what that means is everything they do is like encompasses the experience of the fan. So like when you come there, like you're gonna get to watch some good baseball.
Well, yeah,
But
you
it's
got
not
Cole
gonna
Parks
be,
playing.
huh?
Well, yeah, of course you are. You got Cole Parks playing.
Yeah, I was far from the best on that team. They had some studs on that. Like, so everything you do is like, yes, it's baseball, but like you show up early, not for BP or anything. Like you would do BP, but you also, if you're not starting that day, you have to do choreograph practice. So like get ready for whatever dance that they're gonna have you do or any like event, like you're gonna go in the stands and give a flower to somebody or dance on top of the dugout. Like the first day that I was there, they because I came in the middle of the season and they were like, you're gonna be on the bench this game. You're just gonna kind of soak it in, get used to it, see like the speed of it and everything. Like, all right, awesome. They had me in the fifth inning go on the visitors dugout. Like I took my shirt off and we were doing like the Macarena. Or no, yeah, I think it was the Macarena on top of the dugout. There was like five of us. Like, what is this? Um,
Yeah, welcome to your baseball career.
yeah, it was a blast. The second game, we were playing in a kilt. Still, I stole second in the kilt. Still got a scar from that.
Yeah, I could
Nice.
imagine.
Yeah, it wasn't very efficient. The kilt. It looked cool, but it was not the best to play in.
So winning baseball games is secondary and having fun is primary, is what it sounds like.
Yeah, and like something that they've kind of proven is so they've got out of that. They've kind of changed into the banana ball thing where they don't really care about winning. I mean, they say they do, but it doesn't appear like they're not playing for anything now.
Right.
Whenever I was there, we
They're
were
like the
still
Oakland A's.
yes. Whenever I was there, we were still in the Coastal Plains League. It was like a collegiate trying to get exposure for scouts or to keep going on.
Okay.
And winning was a big deal. And something that they kind of proved was like, if you can have fun, you're going to recruit good talent, like no matter what. Like we we didn't end up winning it that year, but they had won it the 2 years previous. We were probably the best team on paper. Just slipped up in the playoffs,
Mhm.
but everybody wanted to go there because of how much fun the environment was and like how cool it was just to be there. So by putting like the fun and just the cutting up, having a good time at like the top, it kind of made the winning baseball games follow suit.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. So tell me about Cole Parks' journey to the Bananas. I'm assuming you played in high school and then college and then everything, and then who gets you involved with the Bananas?
So actually, it was my hitting coach at Santa Fe, Lance Larimer. He called me like going into the summer, and I just finished up at Warner University where I played my senior year.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I thought I was done. I was getting ready to go to fire school. Actually, I was a firefighter before I joined the army, and was doing all the stuff to get in that. And he called me just right whenever our season finished, saying that they needed a center fielder. And I was like, man, I wish I could, but I think I'm going to fire school. And that I thought that was the end of it. Well, fire school ended up, I was going to go in August and it got pushed back to January.
Oh.
And he called me again. I was kind of down because I would have liked to go play, but he called me two weeks later and was like, hey man, like we have a spot for you. Like come get up here now. And I was on a tractor and I actually shut the tractor off right there in the middle of the field and went and packed a bag and headed to Savannah.
Hell yeah. So at the time, did the Savannah Bananas, do they count as like indie ball?
No, so at the time it was just a collegiate, like a summer league.
Okay.
It was all dudes either in college or like recently removed from college.
Okay. Yeah,
So
I was wondering if it's like the Empire League or like Can-Am, or like one of those leagues where, where
Yeah.
people still maybe have like some aspirations. It's like nowadays, I imagine you're not getting on the Bananas because you're like trying to go pro. I
No,
imagine that
a lot of the dudes that are still on the team were on my team then. Like Bill Leroy, he's their catcher, and he's kind of like the face of it.
Mhm.
He's been there since his freshman year in college, played through him throughout college, and then after his senior year, so 2019, they decided to go to like this banana ball,
Mhm.
create their own rules, play their own game, and he was still there. And I mean, he's just a funny dude, and he's a good baseball player, so it fits him very well. There's a bunch of people like Malachi Mitchell, the outfielder, Dalton Malden, Garrett Delano. A lot of them have stuck around.
Career Bananas, one might call
Yeah,
them.
yeah, and they're gonna do it as long as they can. And I mean, I don't blame them. It looks like a blast now. They get to
Yeah.
go traveling.
Dude, you see like I follow a bunch of like baseball influencers on like Instagram and stuff, and like a decent number of them are like, "Ooh, I'm like trying to get on the Bananas." Like, I don't know if you guys know who Coach Rack is, but like
Yep,
he
yep,
got on the
yep.
Bananas.
I've been watching his videos.
Yeah, like I watched his videos, and then he was like, "Ooh, Coach Rack's got a big secret," and I was like, "Oh, what's he doing? Is he gonna retire? Is he having a kid or something?" It's like, I got on the Bananas, and I was like, you know what? You know what? I like it. I'm here for
Yeah,
it.
it's pretty cool. It's cool for like them dudes who otherwise their playing careers would be over. But I
Yeah,
mean, they're good. They're good ball players. For them to
yeah.
get another chance to go out and like showboat a little bit, like that's their thing, like trick plays and everything. I
It
mean,
is
it's a
sort
lot
of
of fun.
made for the baseball influencer, isn't it? In a certain way.
It really is.
Like like I don't know if like Eric Sim would fit there, but
Oh, the
uh,
JUCO Bandit,
yeah, I don't know if Eric Sim would fit there, but you know, I could see him making a guest appearance.
dude,
But
he
I'll tell you,
definitely should. That would
the,
be hilarious.
the guy I want to see make an appearance for the Bananas, because I know they do guest appearances now because I saw John Cena show up there and taking it
Oh, all the
back.
time.
I want to see Domingo Ayala show up there.
I haven't heard that name in forever.
I love Domingo
Like
Ayala. He
just
doesn't
drop the
really
back
do a
shoulder.
whole lot anymore, but like I really would love to see.
Domingo Ayala makes me think of like early YouTube, like Jenna Marbles,
Yeah,
like hide your kids, hide your wife.
Yep.
yeah, like PewDiePie. Like,
Yeah, and then Domingo Ayala. I was about to say Domingo Santana. Geez,
well, him too.
no, because he's still floating around in Japan, right? So
Yeah.
how long? So Cole, how long did you play for the Bananas? Just one summer?
Just one summer. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
And so I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. Like, do you care about playing time and stats and how you perform and everything, or is it just like we're gonna go out there, we're gonna play in kilts and dance and take our shirts off, and whatever happens, happens?
So like all through college, I was a guy like very stat like oriented.
Sure.
Wanted to make sure my numbers were high because I was trying to go to the next level.
Right.
But then whenever you get there, like you see the atmosphere, everybody's having a good time, and like just kind of harping on them stats and like being so invested in them kind of takes the fun out of the game. So it kind of allows you to not worry about it, just go out there, have a good time, put on a good show, and you end up playing pretty good ball by just letting it go, not thinking about how you do, just have a good time.
Yeah.
That makes
Okay.
perfect.
So
I think you nailed it when you were talking about your buddy, the catcher, Bill. And
Billy Roy.
yeah, and when you said, you were like, yeah, he's a funny guy, he makes people laugh, and he's a good ball player too. I was like, well, there's the difference. I'd like to think I'm a funny guy. I'd like to think I make people laugh. I'm not good at baseball, so I couldn't do it.
yeah.
Like therein lies the rub. Otherwise,
Yeah.
if I had any talent, then I'd be on the bananas too, but I don't.
You're like, oh, dude, I got 2 out of 3 boxes, and it's just the third box is by far the most important one.
Yeah.
So, like, I guess maybe this is different now than it was when you played, because he said, banana ball was less of a thing at the time. Were there like scouts at bananas games at the time? Like, was there actually potential to move on from there?
Oh yeah. I mean that's kind of
Okay.
like the purpose. Like there were scouts there at every game. A lot of the dudes that I played with ended up getting drafted. Like the most notable, the one that sticks out to me was our shortstop Clay Dugan. He ended
Okay.
up going to the Blue Jays. And he's still playing, I think. Yeah, he was good, really good ball player.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I guess, do you know if they still have scouts there? Because I know, like you said, their priorities have sort of changed. And, if they have like Coach Rack and like John Cena showing up, it's like, well, I don't think anybody's looking at John Cena as like, their third baseman of the future. So
He'd be a wall over there, no doubt.
that's true. Yeah. He's
That's
feeling
true.
with his chest.
I don't think so, though. I mean, a lot of the dudes are older now. They're all close to my age. So like 26 to 28, somewhere in there.
Oh, dude.
I don't think so. I know whenever they had like after every draft, they would have how many bananas they had drafted, and I think
Right.
on my team there was 6 of them.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, it's pretty good numbers that they were having while they were still in the Coastal Plains League. But I think they've gone away from that. I'm pretty sure everybody that goes there just wants to be a banana for life.
Yeah, it's just, the baseball globetrotters now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame them. I would want to stick there too.
Right, yeah.
You get
So
to
then,
play in
all
the same stadiums. You fill them up.
Yeah,
So
and
then,
dude, like
uh,
those tickets are a lot of money. Like I haven't ever like looked into it, and I don't know if you know anything about this, but like judging by like what they charge for tickets now, like I kind of imagine those dudes like make decent money now.
I would imagine. I have no idea how much they're making, but it's got to be. I mean, if they're doing this as their career, like it can't
Yeah.
be terrible. And like all
Yeah.
of them have degrees, all of them are college graduates. Like if it wasn't, I'm assuming if it wasn't close to what they'd be making in the doing whatever their degree did, they probably would just go do that. So
Yeah.
it has to be decent.
Yeah, you have to beat the guy who works at a desk pay to get people out there
Yeah.
every day.
You got to be competitive at least. I mean,
Yeah.
it can definitely be a little less because I'd rather play baseball and travel, goof
Right.
around, and sit at a desk. But
Yeah, there's that too. So here's another question for you. I don't know if you like. So were the party animals around when you played?
no, they come
Okay.
in the right after I got done.
Okay. Okay. So I don't know how much you know about this because they weren't around at the time, but are the party animals like their own team and their job is to just play the bananas all the time? Or is it like they shuffle people in and out? Like, hey, you're not going to be on the bananas today. So, throw on a party animals uniform and go be the heel for a day.
No, they're their own. They're their own team. Like you go right after, like I got done the following year. I got invited to go to like their tryout.
Oh, okay.
You go to the tryout, and then I mean, there's hundreds of people there, and you get I mean, like you either get selected off to go to the bananas or the party animals. and that's
Okay.
where you're at. And it's not really based on like talent. They kind of split that up from what I've seen pretty fairly,
Okay.
but more like personality type. Like I have a buddy, Garrett Delano. He was on my team whenever I was with the Bananas,
Hmm.
but he's like he gives you this like I'm a wild man vibe. Like he's very just long hair. He wears like jorts as baseball pants, cut off shirts. Like a funny dude. He's from over in Callahan, like near Jacksonville.
Okay.
You would never guess the dude's a genius. Like graduated from Brown, was a valedictorian of his high school.
Whoa.
Smartest dude I've ever met. But he's just out there on the party animals having a great time.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're friends with Brandon Marsh, is what we're getting at.
Pretty much. Yep.
Yeah. So
Great value version.
so the party animals are like their own team,
Yep.
and like, are they meant to be like heels in like the style of WWE, or is it just like, oh, they're just the other team?
I I thought they were going to be like whenever they first were introduced, like they were going to take the fall. They were never going to win. It was going to be the show. But I mean,
They
they
were
won a
going to
good
be
bit
the
of time.
Generals.
Say it again.
They were going to be the Washington Generals.
Pretty much, yes.
Yeah.
But that has proven not to be the case. I mean, from what I've seen, it's all competitive baseball, like that they go out and they make plays between their legs and do backflips when they catch fly balls.
Okay. All right. And you know what? That's kind of the way I would want it to be. Because, like, you don't see a lot of party animals highlights on, like, Instagram. They don't market the party animals as hard as they do the Bananas.
Nowhere
But,
near
like,
as much.
it would be a little bit jarring to have, like, the party animals run out there and they're playing, like, serious, stern baseball. Like, they're playing for, like, Jack McKean. And then, like, and then the on the other hand, you have the Bananas like doing backflips and like wearing kilts and like just winning all the time. So I like that they let the party animals guys get in on it,
Yeah, I mean they cut loose. They have a good time too. Like the look or like check out Garrett Delano. He's got an Instagram. He's always making videos, doing stupid stuff. Like a lot of their marketing, I think the Bananas definitely do a lot, but a lot of it is on their own, like through social media. Like Dalton Malden, he does a lot of his own stuff, and Bill Leroy, like a lot of them their own like TikToks or Instagram, whatever they're called, shorts. And
yeah, I've seen Bill Leroy show up on the Baseball Bat Bros a couple of times.
Yeah,
that's the only way that I'm familiar with him, because I don't actually know any individual Bananas. I just sort of see their act. And I want to go to it every year, and I always forget. And now tickets are like $400. I'm like,
yeah, you got to get in. They have like an auction, or not an auction, but it's like a raffle.
Yeah, like a waiting list.
A waiting list. Yeah, They were doing that whenever I was there. I was there for a summer, and
really
every single game was sold out. You had to get on the wait list.
Dude, that's like that's wild for like a rando collegiate team.
Yeah,
like
it's crazy.
Like the other teams are probably like, yeah, we get people's parents sometimes, a couple of like old guys who just don't have anything better to do, attendance 205. And then you guys like, yeah, we pack the stands every single night.
Every night.
So was it weird for you to adjust? Because, going through high school and college and stuff, and then, always wanting to take the next step, always wanting to be the best you can, so that way you can move on. And then suddenly finding yourself in a situation where they're like, if you don't catch the ball, you don't catch the ball. Just do a backflip. Like that sort of thing.
It was different. I'm not going to lie. It took some getting used to. At first, it made me a little uncomfortable how, like, I was never a very serious guy. Like, I like to goof around, have a good time. But, like, I would differentiate, like, fun and business. And whenever I was playing, I wanted to treat it like business. And then going there, it's like they kind of interlock. Like, business is fun. So go out there and have a good time. Doesn't matter what happens. Just enjoy it. And it was good. I liked it. It was a great time.
That's got to be a big change from like your, college and high school days too, where like, you are going to get, I don't know if you had this, but you are going to get like old guys and like no nonsense dudes who are like, hey, listen, we play the game like it's our job. Okay. We go out there, we put our heads down. We don't show the other team up. And then you go down the Bananas and like, oh, no. We listen, we show up everything, even if we didn't do it right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like fly ball, routine fly ball in the outfield. Make sure you take like 5 or 6 shuffle steps just so you can dive. Like the good stuff, you know. I mean, I honestly liked it because you got to make some plays that otherwise you wouldn't get to make, and see what you could do.
Yeah, and it like
The stuff you do in practice where you go, throw it there. Let me try something.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's just cut up, have a good time.
yeah. You know what? Like I feel like baseball's getting a little bit better about this, but for a long time that really was the kind of thing that baseball needed. It's like you think about how like corporate and like stuffy baseball was for a little while, and then before
Oh
that
yeah.
was like old school baseball where it was like, yeah, we get in there, we play hard nosed, you know, we show them a well played baseball game, and then we brush off our uniforms and we get the hell out of there. You know,
Yep.
like old school baseball, like very
Yankees
buttoned up.
clean shaven, no long hair. Now
Yeah,
it's
like
like opposite. Grow it
yeah,
out.
and then now they do like we have like the City Connect uniforms, which most of them suck, but they're trying something different. Let the kids play. And then you have the Bananas who are way ahead of everything on that. And they're like, hey, what if baseball was incredibly fun to watch?
I mean, it just proves like how effective that is too. Because I mean, they sell out these major league stadiums that the major league teams don't even sell out. Like,
Yeah,
unless it's the
they have
playoffs.
better attendance than the A's.
Yeah, significantly.
And this might be a hot take here because I know like the level of play from level to level. Like, listen, these guys are big leaguers for a reason, even if they're going like 3-20. I would love to see the Bananas like play the White Sox and be like, oh, it's a little bit of a nail biter.
Yeah, it would. I don't think the Bananas would fare too well, but it would be a show. It would be funny.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? Listen, the Bananas can go out there and be intentionally funny, and the White Sox can go out there and be unintentionally funny. You get like I think it's Gavin Sheets or it might be Andrew Vaughn, but like there's this famous clip where somebody hits I mean it's a line drive, but it's one of those like line drives right at him, routine play, and he just completely screws it up. And the color guy in the broadcast booth like forgets that he's not supposed to curse on air, and he's like, "Are you shitting me?" And I was like, "Dude, being a White Sox fan is the most down bad you can be right now, other than maybe being an A's fan." But even
There are
then,
none of
like,
those.
even then,
Yeah,
like,
there are none of those.
yeah, there's no fans of the A's. There's fans of like the players on the A's.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Brent Rooker fans.
Yeah,
I had a buddy who played for the A's. Kirby Sneed. He was a reliever.
See the
Oh, I
long
think
guy with the lefty?
Yep.
did we
That-
see him pitch for the Mariners last night? Am I wrong?
Yeah, he just got traded. I mean, it's only been not even a week.
Yeah. There you go.
So me and Tom have a thing that we play. Are you an MLB The Show guy?
I used to be. I don't play
Okay,
too
you
many
used to
video
be.
games.
No, that's all I
Mm.
need. So before, because now they have like actual contracts with minor league players and they have a bunch of minor league players in there. But before that, it was only major leaguers, and then the minor leaguers were just made up. And so it'd be like Barack Jones and that sort of thing. And one of the Kirby Yates is the most randomly generated name we can possibly think of. Kirby Sneed is essentially the same thing.
Yeah, Kirby Sneed's right there.
Yeah, like when you hear the name Kirby Sneed, you're like, that person's not real.
If you knew Kirby, he doesn't act like he's real. He was wild. We played on
Yeah.
the same travel team, and he went like I'm from Cedar Key. It's like a small island, like an hour west of Gainesville, where the University of Florida's at.
Okay.
And he was from pretty much the city of Gainesville, but we played together. And I mean, the dude has been wild since he was like 15 years old. I mean,
Yeah.
he's a good time. He went to Florida with he was there with like AJ Puck.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay.
They got like the big cranes that they use to build like multi-story buildings, like
Yeah.
hotel stuff. They got in trouble for climbing that. Yep.
So
Yep.
anyway, him and AJ Puck.
Yep.
That makes me feel a little bit better about AJ Puck because I've been pretty down on him because he was on my fantasy team for a little while this year.
He's no longer on it.
Well, I mean, after his like eighth outing in a row of like walking 9 dudes, I was like, okay, maybe not a fantasy guy. Maybe in real life, we'll see. But in fantasy, it's not going to play. My team is still named after him, though.
What's the name?
My team name is Puck Bitches Get Money.
I like that.
So what you're saying is it sounds like Kirby Sneed would be a perfect Savannah Banana.
He would be.
Oh,
He
let's
would
get
be
him on
that.
there.
Yeah, amazing at baseball, great hair, and just funny dude.
Dude, it
So, all
sounds
right.
like he checks all of the 3 boxes that we
He's
don't
got them
check.
all.
Yeah, he's got the third box that I'm just not even coming close to. All right. So I'm trying to get your life down here. So you're just all American, firefighter, soldier, baseball player, tractors, everything.
Yeah.
Pretty much it.
So you go from no, I'm just gonna be a firefighter to never mind, I'll play for the Savannah Bananas. And then after the Savannah Bananas, what happens to Cole?
So I was gonna go to fire school before I went to play and was just never gonna get to. That got pushed back till the next January. So I ended up going to the Bananas. Then I went to the Florida State Fire College in Ocala,
Okay.
Florida. And then after that, I worked for the city of Gainesville Fire Rescue for a little over 4 years. Went through paramedic school, did all that. So I was a firefighter paramedic, and just I wanted to join the army since high school, but wanted to play baseball more. And then thought about doing the fire route. Still wanted to go whenever I got done playing, but thought the fire route would keep me close to family and kind of fulfill that urge to like serve, to go do something a little bit more, and got into it. Still wanted to go whenever I first got in to the fire service, but I was like, I'll go the paramedic route and I'll see how paramedic school is, which was another year of schooling. And then I got done with that, was a firefighter medic for about a year and a half. And then I just decided, like, I still have the urge. Like, it's not everything I'm doing, it's not itching it. I went to a bunch of like tech classes. So I was like a rope rescue technician. Nothing like filled that void. So I was like, I'm just going to pull the trigger before I get too old and send it.
Yeah, go be a banana. I do like as you were like walking through all of that, I was like, dude, this guy's like the 5 tool player of like every career that gets 20% off at Mission Barbecue. Like,
you ain't lying.
You go in there and they pay you.
But we don't. I tried the other day.
Wow, wait, really?
Yeah, at the one in Fayetteville. And they're like,
happened?
no, we don't do a military discount. I was like, what?
Wait a minute. That's like their whole thing.
No,
What?
they said you have to sign up for something. I don't know. It makes sense though, because when I looked around, there was like 50 people in there, and they were all military. So I was like, they'd make no money.
Dude, the one time I went to a Mission Barbecue, the whole wall was lined with military patches and firefighter patches and cop patches. And I was like, they're like, oh, 20% off for like the military. And then I hear that and I'm like, so you mean to tell me that that was all LARPing?
Yep.
That's all marketing. That when
in their locations outside of like military towns, yeah, I'm sure they do it. But in the military town, nope, they don't do it.
Yeah, they don't want to make no money. Oh, dude, that's disgusting. I hate that. Like when the chips are actually down, they were like, "Ooh, hey, listen, we know you like did all of these, like every single one of them. Yeah, full price. Let's be honest here.
Sorry about it.
Yeah, you're not getting 20% off that brisket." Oh, that was. I didn't mean to derail into a Mission Barbecue conversation, but I don't know who knew that they were a LARPing franchise.
Yeah,
they got me good.
So we're slandering Mission Barbecue.
Yeah, Mission Barbecue slander begins now.
All right, so you're doing sorry, now I'm just getting because this is my curiosity. We're off of baseball now. But tell me what you're doing in the Army. You are working with Garrett in psychological operations, right?
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep.
PsyOps.
So
tell me about that. What do you have to do?
So we go to BLC, which is like the basic leadership course, and that is coming up not next week, but the week after. And then after that, we have a 3-month Q course, which I don't know what that entails.
Okay.
Yep.
It's a surprise, they don't want you to know everything ahead of time.
Yeah, like we signed the contract to go into PsyOps, what they call it. and went through selection and everything. Went through like a pre-course. We still have no idea what PSYOP really is. Like we're just here for it. Wait for them to tell us what we're doing.
Oof, I like it. It's a very black box, you know.
Yeah. Then we have like a special warfare course, which again, no clue, and then language school, which I know that they're going to be teaching us a language. We just don't know what language that is yet.
Whoa.
Yeah, you don't get to pick what it is, right?
No.
Yeah, Garrett. I was talking to Garrett, and he's dating a girl whose family's from Mexico, and he was like, "I'd love to learn Spanish," and I was like, "Somehow I doubt the army. Like, I feel like they're going to be like, how about Arabic or Russian? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like the Army's not lacking for people who speak Spanish, you know.
No, they're not. But I mean, it's still a language that you could get. It
Right.
goes off like your test scores and everything, and then needs of the armies also. Like, and they do go into like your wants a little bit, but they say they do. I don't know.
I would say, is that like way down the list? Is that like we need a bunch of guys to go to North Korea? But he wants Spanish. Let's give him Spanish. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
he's a good dude. Give it to him.
yeah, exactly. So that rocks. So how long are you going to be in the army for? 6 years, I suppose.
I did a 5-year contract actually.
Okay.
And most of the contracts for PSYOP were 6 years, but mine turned out to be 5.
Oh.
Okay. So you're going to be a free agent 1 year early, is what you're saying.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're
Have
you're
one more
super
time. Say it again.
You're super too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Army failed to lock up your last year arbitration.
No, you're Max Fried. All the Braves guys are locked up for like 10 years, and he's the one guy who's like, I'm hitting free agency. I'm getting what I'm worth.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and you can re-sign, so it's RSOF. Like your enlistment bonuses are bigger, so to have that 1 year sooner to go get it, you might as well take advantage of it.
Yeah, 1 year closer to free agency.
Yeah, I was about to ask, like, so what are you going to do with the skills you are going to pick up? And then I was like, well, we just got done talking about how like you don't actually even like fully know what you're going to be learning. So it's like, okay, well, I guess that's not a good question.
I know from what I've looked into, it's a lot to do with like marketing and stuff like that. So you can go into marketing afterwards, and a lot of people do that whenever they get done with PSYOP.
Hey, listen, I know this baseball team that's really interested in marketing, okay, and how they present themselves to the world at large. So it's not any Major League Baseball teams because they don't do that. But there's this team called the Savannah Bananas.
I should definitely look into it.
Yeah, they'd love it. I mean, that makes perfect sense though, because I'm assuming, psychological operations is probably along the lines of like, how do we get people that don't like us to tell us what we need to know? And then so you can go to the private sector and go, how do I get people that have money to give me their money?
Yeah,
exactly what it is.
One thing that I don't know that we touched on too much was for people out there who are not familiar with Banana Ball, what would be like your elevator pitch for what Banana Ball is? Because it's not the same as regular baseball. There's some differences.
Yeah. So the biggest rule to me that they have made, which kind of like pushed me away from it, was no bunting. I couldn't get my way out of a wet paper bag, but I could bunt real good. So they took that away, kind of pushing me out of the game.
Well, wait, why can't you do like goofy bunts? Why can't you like do like a pool cue bunt? Like that would be fun to
I don't
watch.
know. That's definitely a pitch that they need to have thrown at them.
True. True.
Yeah, that you can steal first base. That was pretty cool.
Okay.
I want to hear more about that. How do you go about stealing first base?
It could be an 0-0 count and a pass ball. You can just take off. Yep.
Okay. That should be a rule in MLB, honestly. Sir Anthony Dominguez would never play baseball again.
I'm trying to think. Those are the two that
is this the if a fan catches a foul ball, you're out thing?
Oh, yeah. If any foul ball that gets caught, like you're out. That would suck so bad.
I imagine that really sucks if like you're up there actually trying to like have an at bat. But like, if you're just out there goofing around, you're like batting on stilts, it's probably not the end of the world if you foul out to a fan. It's probably like,
that dude on stilts can move, man. I mean, he gets after it too.
Yeah. He like ran to first base on the stilts. Like I was watching that the other day. I was like, dude, how did he not just like collapse and die?
I'd like to see his bloopers. Like he's had to eat it a time or two.
Oh yeah.
Well, more than that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
to
don't
perfect
imagine
running
anybody's.
on stilts.
Yeah, I don't imagine anybody's a natural on stilts. You know, like, oh yeah,
No.
he's actually half pelican.
Yeah, like yeah, like I remember like when I was a kid, there was a pair of stilts in the garage, and I took them out for a spin like once, and I was like, wow, this is really dumb. And then I never used stilts again. Like imagine being a guy who took stilts seriously enough to get good at it.
And baseball.
Yeah, and baseball, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
that's
got too much time on his hands.
Well, listen, he's no Kirby Sneed, but he tried.
that's like you would watch that like, oh, this is a guy who practices baseball and stilts all the time. Be like, how could that possibly have any connection? And then like 20 years later, you're on Instagram, you're like, no way. No way.
But it's also one of those things though where it's like, how did you make this work? You know what I mean? Like if I met you before you got big in like the baseball world, I'd be like, you really think people are gonna watch you play baseball in stilts? Like, good luck with that, pal. And then
Yeah.
and then it worked out for
Look
you.
at him now.
Yeah. Yeah, like you just look at like, you know, okay, we'll take the three of us, you know, the amount of money that we all make, and then we'll take him the amount of money that he makes. There's a good chance that he's running the table.
Probably so on
Yeah.
stilts, throwing a ball.
So, all right,
So-
Cole, I have a super random question for you, if you don't mind switching
Let's hear
topics. So we're talking about MLB. First of all, who are you a fan of?
I like the Rays.
Hell yeah, there we go.
Wait, there's a real Rays fan?
Yeah.
I work with a real Rays fan.
No way. So I'm assuming it's because you're from near there, right?
Yeah. I live 2 hours north of there. My family,
Okay.
like I said, they're from the Clearwater area. So I grew up going to visit my grandparents and going to Rays games.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm sorry you had to hang out in the stadium.
Yeah, who are some of the names you were seeing? Like Jorge Cantu, like Johnny Gomes.
I got a Johnny Gomes jersey.
There you go.
Akinori
Beautiful.
Iwamura.
Did you wait?
Iwamura?
Yep. Akinori
Okay.
Iwamura.
Oh,
Best second
nice.
baseman.
Yeah, I remember him from the World Series days.
Yep.
Probably had I think, was Gabe Kapler a Ray back then, or was he a
Yep.
Brewer?
Yeah, him
Nope.
and Gabe Gross, right?
Yeah, Ben
We had Matt
Zobrist.
Garza,
Oh,
Okay.
Ben Zobrist.
How about this is one of my favorite names. I think he's a broadcaster now. Doug Wechter.
I've never heard that name.
That's all right. He was
yeah, I
bad.
mean, shocker.
Yeah.
The guy I work with, by the way, this is another Rays name. We've gotten on to talking about like, oh, who's your favorite player? His favorite player of all time is J.P. Howell.
Oh yeah. Heck
Why?
yeah.
And I was like, all right, you got to explain this one to me. And evidently, like, his dad was like somehow connected with like a team that JP Howell was on, and they got them like good seats. And then JP Howell like signed his uniform, and he was like, "That's it, I'm a fan for life."
Oh, that's
So,
cool.
The only living JP Howell fan.
So, all right, so that actually leads like perfectly into my question because I was going to ask. It seems you know a bunch of big leaguers. Are you the Wyatt Langford guy, or did Garrett have a different Wyatt Langford guy?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so,
he's
all right, so
actually
you know
married
Wyatt
to,
Langford. So you know all these big leaguers now, and we don't need to name names, but I'm sure most of them are great, and I'm sure some of them aren't great. They're people, you know what I mean? Like they're people just like anything else. So when I watch baseball as a fan, I just go like, I want the Phillies to win, and then there are like a few one-offs, you know, like oh, like I want Garrett Stubbs to do well because he's Jewish. Cool, all right, whatever, and we'll keep moving. But like I don't know any of these people, so I'm just rooting for laundry, you know, like Seinfeld. You're actually rooting for like people. Like, does that change the way you like baseball? Like, if you're watching a Rays game, but Wyatt Langford's up, you're like, no, I want him to win, even though I like the Rays. Like, does it get messy, your fandom?
Yeah, so my dad actually went whenever they played the Rays this year. My dad went down there. One of his good friends is Pat Cantwell's uncle, and he's a bullpen catcher for the Rangers. Played at whatever that school, I forget the school. They made it a run in the World Series a few years back. They're like a no-name school from Stony Brook. Stony Brook.
Okay, I know that name, but like if you ask me, oh, Stony Brook, do they play baseball? I would have been like, I'm sure somebody does.
I thought that was a yogurt company. Like, you could have given me 1,000 guesses. I was not going to come up with that. Sorry, go ahead. So what were you saying?
But yeah, so they went down there to see Pat and Langford. Langford's actually married to my best friend from junior college, our first baseman, Cliff Bryant's younger sister.
Whoa, okay.
But yeah, like they were definitely cheering. Like my dad's been a Rays fan as long as the Rays have been around, and he was cheering for the Rangers that day. And I definitely want to see. I'd rather see the people that I know do well than like if it's going against the Rays can take an L. They'll be all right.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
You know, they're gonna lose games every year, so why not?
Yep.
Why not this one?
Yep.
So, all right, and I have a reason for asking this. How many big leaguers would you say you know? You don't have to give me a number, but a bunch, a handful.
I mean, a handful.
Okay.
Yeah, Anthony Maldonado. He just got called up with the Marlins a few weeks back. He added another one. Langford, Nate Lowe for
Okay.
the Rangers played against him,
Okay.
and he played at St. John's River State College. Kirby Snead grew up with him. Cade Marlowe,
Mariners
with
guy?
another dude with the Mariners. He
Okay.
was with the Bananas.
Mariners guy for you.
Sorry, that's an inside joke. Go ahead.
But yeah, Cade, he got called up last year. Dude's killing it. Has been killing it since he got drafted with the Mariners. Finally got his chance last year. Trying to think. Oh, Malik Smith.
I know that name. Okay.
That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
That is a deep cut.
Malik.
So Malik's, Keon, and Ryan Yarborough all played at Santa Fe College where I played.
Who was the middle name?
Like Keon
Say it again.
Broxton.
Yep.
Yes. Dude, do I know my random baseball players or what?
So we were having a conversation one time. We were watching a Brewers game, and Victor Caratini came up. And Victor Caratini is the ultimate, like, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, sure. And when Tom's brother Brian, who is not a baseball fan, looks over and he goes, "Is this guy any good?" And we're like, "No." You know, because we're talking about in terms of Major League Baseball. No, Victor Caratini's not good. And he goes, "Well, is he like good at baseball though?" And we're like, "Oh yeah, of course. He's in the major leagues." And he goes, and Tom plays, you know, like with his friends on the weekend all the time. And so he goes, "What if Victor Caratini played with you guys?" And Tom's like, "We'd never get him out. We would really get a ball past.
He would bat over 1,000. Like,
and it's like it's really funny to me. Like because now I'm thinking about like you got to play with these guys. Like Malik Smith didn't have a long career. You know, Kirby Snead, like these kinds of things. You know, like not everybody can be Wyatt Langford. I wouldn't like if Kirby Snead threw the ball to me, I just wouldn't even see it. You know what I mean? Like it would just be like that.
Yeah, you just quit. Like that's it.
Yeah, like it's like the talent level is just unbelievable. I don't know how we got off onto this, but now we're just laughing about Kirby
We're
Snead.
talking about the baseball world, man. You know,
this is a Kirby Snead centric podcast. We're gonna have to have Kirby Snead on as we're coming down to, but
yeah, possibly. Yeah, listen, yet again, Mariners guy for you.
Yeah, I was gonna say that because I explained Elmer Dessens, the game that we play, and I was gonna say I would like to play an Elmer Dessens with guys you know, but it seems we've exhausted
that.
Yeah, we could do an old we could do an old Rays Elmer Dessens if you'd like, or like when? How old are you?
28.
Okay, so we're the same age pretty much. So what? So you're like a late 2000s, early 2010s guy.
Yeah.
Okay. That actually works perfectly.
Yeah, there's some names down there. I've already mentioned a couple of my my silver bullets for that team, but.
Should we jump into some Elmer Dessens? Or Cole, are there things that you'd like to talk about that we were too stupid to bring up?
No. Y'all doing great.
Thank you.
Oh, hey. Thanks, man.
It means a lot. Yeah. All right, should we you want to do some Rays Elmer Dessens, Tom?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Well, hey, listen, let's get the Cole stamp of approval.
Yeah, Cole, is that all right with you?
How do you feel about
that? Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, I can kick it off. I got a name. You ready? Desmond Jennings.
Okay.
He never really turned out, did he?
No. So I just say a name, right?
Yeah,
you just say a name.
Just anybody random you can think of.
Yeah. Don't say like Evan Longoria. Like, boo, that's not funny.
Yeah.
Is Carl Crawford good?
Dodgers Carl Crawford would be funny.
Yeah, Red Sox Carl Crawford.
Okay, let me throw a good name at you guys. All right,
go ahead.
I'm going with Rays legend Andy Sonnenstein.
Oh my gosh.
The World Series guy?
World Series guy for you.
All right. So, I forgot to ask, how much of a baseball sicko are you? Because we're sickos, man. We usually know like the 25th guy on the roster. Are you?
No.
That's okay. That's okay.
I'm sure you'll have some good name. I mean, you soak them up just by watching the team, you know?
Yeah.
Like, there's dudes that I remember from the Phillies, not because I want to, like Paul Blacco. You know, I'm like, oh, yeah, he was around.
All right, how about I got one. How about Willie Ibar?
Oh yeah, dude, he was good.
He went off in the World Series year in the playoffs. He destroyed the Red Sox in the ALCS.
All right, Cole, who you got?
Grant Balfour.
Okay.
Ooh, Australian legend.
Yeah, the Australian, the crazy dude, talks to the ball.
The guy who yelled at himself all the time.
Yeah.
We have a little bit of an Australian baseball bent on this podcast. We're big fans of Australian baseball, so Grant Balfour comes up a lot.
Oh, really?
Like one of the top names. It's like Dave Nielsen is like by far the best Australian baseball player, and then like Grant Balfour, and then like you're starting to get into like, oh, okay, you've never
Liam
heard
Hendricks.
of these guys' territory.
Liam Hendricks.
Yeah, but then you got like Graham Lloyd, and it's like, who the hell's that? Oh,
Or current Ray Curtis Mead.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I got to come up with a good Rays name here for back in the day. How about Fernando Perez, the pinch runner?
Fernando Perez was bad, dude. All
I
right.
don't even know if he counts as bad because he wasn't there to play baseball. He was just there to run.
Yep.
Oh, I got to go one. This guy was really good, but not as a Ray. Johnny Venters.
Oh,
Okay.
whoa.
He made a pit stop with the Rays. You remember that?
Diana Navarro.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's one of my brother's favorite baseball players, and he's not a baseball fan. So
Makes
like
sense.
it's all just because that's a fun name to say.
It is.
Yeah,
Switch
wasn't he
hitting
like
bad catcher.
Wasn't he like you somehow were an all-star one year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He wasn't terrible. He couldn't hit at all, but
Well, back then, you know,
Didn't
the
matter.
age of let's have a hitting catcher is pretty new. Like back then, they were like, "Hey, listen, can you handle a staff?" Yes. We don't need anything else.
yeah, just do that.
Now that's your backup catcher. How about Jorge Sosa?
I don't think I
Don't
remember
even know.
Jorge Sosa.
You don't remember Jorge Sosa?
No.
Uh-oh.
I believe he was traded for Scott Kazmir.
Nice.
So that was
This is like 2006, Rays. This is
Yeah.
the Devil Rays.
Okay.
He was on the same team as Jorge Cantu.
Yeah, this is like Julio Lugo, like era.
Yeah.
All right, how about World Series great Jason Bartlett?
that's where I was going.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
you took it from, dude.
I didn't mean to do it to you.
That's disgusting, man. First Mission Barbecue, and now you.
I can't get
Unbelievable.
nothing.
Yeah. You
Um,
know Jason Bartlett got MVP votes one year.
He did.
He's good.
Like nothing
Solid
against Jason
shortstop.
Bartlett. Like he was fine, but like, come on, guys.
Yeah, this was a year that like Ryan Howard hit 48 home runs, and like Chase Utley was like amazing, and like Matt Holliday was out there, David Wright, and it was like, oh, Jason Bartlett.
Yeah, like, we think of the AL MVP race in like the late 2000s, like like David Ortiz, Derek Jeter, Justin Morneau,
Manny
Jason
Ramirez.
Yeah, Jason Bartlett.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
All right, now they've got you on your back foot.
Yeah, you stunned them.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go with BJ Upton.
Oh,
Oh.
Big Justin.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's Melvin to you.
Melvin, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm gonna change
Well, no,
this.
BJ's the Rays. Melvin's whenever he left the Rays.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like Padres. BJ Upton.
BJ
That's like I know BJ Upton was like a decent ball player, but he will always be a funny player to talk about for me.
Yeah.
And like
Um,
that World Series run, he was another guy who just murdered in the playoffs.
he
All right.
yeah, BJ.
Yeah, that also I started calling Justin Upton Big Justin so that I
Okay.
could call him BJ Upton because BJ Upton changed his name to Melvin. And I was
Yeah,
like,
he
I don't like that
vacated.
he's like hiding who he used to be. Like I need there to be a BJ Upton. I need to mantle it.
Yeah, he's like, do you remember like last year, the year before, Clint Frazier? You remember that guy from the
Yes.
Yankees?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
and all of a sudden he went, my name's Jackson now. Why? What? No, it isn't. Like,
Yeah,
what?
no, dude, you're still bad. Like yeah, we didn't
You know,
forget who
that's
you
like
are.
when a player brings out a new bat. He's like, I feel like there's some hits in this one. You know what I mean? Let me change my name.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some hits in this name. Okay, I got to come up with a good Ray here.
I got a
Nice.
good one.
A nice powerful Ray. We already used Malik Smith. How about Dan Johnson?
The first baseman?
Yep.
That was like pre-Rays being good. All right, I got a good one. I think you're gonna like this. As a Rays fan, I hope you like this. Sam Fold.
Dude, I love Sam Fold.
Super Sam.
Dude, Sam Fold is who, like, I grew up, like, I want to be that guy. He was little. I'm not a big dude. He just played hard. He's a man.
Yeah.
I feel like
home with dirt on
everybody
his
loves
jersey.
Sam Fold. Like, he's one of the few players who, like, really could never hit, but everybody loved him anyway. So it's just like, what a guy.
Yeah, he showed, like, you didn't have to hit to make it. Now you do.
I remember, Cole, I do this thing where like, what's a good example? Like, Martin Prado and Omar Infante are just the same person in my head. Like, I just can't differentiate them. They're both just like Venezuelan guys who kind of had a couple of good years on the Braves and like played the same position. And for like a little while, like really early in his career, Sam Fold and Charlie Blackmon were the same guy in my head, and then they way different directions.
Yeah, very different routes.
But there was like a year or two where I was like, Sam Fold, the Rockies guy. No, Charlie Blackmon, the Rays guy. You know what I mean?
All right, I got one for you.
Yeah, please.
Pat Burrell.
Oh! I forgot he was a Ray.
That was the ultimate, if you can beat him, join him.
Pat Burrell.
Oh, that was a fantastic one.
Oh, that's the winner.
The reason that's the winner is because on the very first episode of this podcast, I issued a public apology to Pat Burrell because I spent like all of my teen years just trashing the hell out of Pat Burrell. And then the Phillies got bad, and like the big thing they were missing was like a big right-handed bat who got on base a lot. And I was like, they need Pat Burrell. I didn't know what I had until it was gone. Rays, Pat Burrell. Dude, I forgot that happened completely.
Yeah, I think of Pat Burrell as like, oh, he was a Philly, and then later on he won a World Series with the Giants. Like the Rays, like, is completely out of my conscience.
Oh, dude, like we're not gonna beat that.
Oh my gosh! Now, was there, like, as a Rays fan, was there excitement for Pat Burrell?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
really?
He'd been there. He had been there and won it. Like,
yeah, as you well knew. As you well knew, he won the World Series.
Yep, we were there. We got to watch him get his ring.
Yeah. Okay. How about no-hitter artist Edwin Jackson?
Edwin Jackson's a good one. Can I give you two? Because I just brought up the Martin Prado, Omar Infante thing, and these guys are the exact same thing in my head.
Okay.
Brad Miller. Remember Brad Miller?
Okay.
Philly's great. Nick Franklin.
Oh. I don't remember Nick Franklin at all.
He was just Brad Miller. He was like this first round pick on the Mariners who like came up with like a little bit of power and then couldn't really play shortstop very well. I just described Brad Miller, right?
Yeah. Brad Miller hung around a lot longer than Nick Franklin, though. Brad Miller.
Yeah, So you know baseball players, so you're probably familiar with this more than most. You know how 10 years of big league service time is like a huge deal? Like, if you get that, you get your full pension and everything. That's like you made it to the top of the mountaintop. And I don't know, it's like 5% of guys would ever get there. Did you know Brad Miller's a 10-year service time guy?
Really?
Isn't that wild? Like, Brad Miller's been around for 10 years.
Yeah, he made it.
He didn't do it and just hide in the
good
clubhouse.
for him. He's like the perfect, like, you know how people say like kicker is the best job in sports? Like, you know, you make like $2 million a year to not get hit. Like that's Brad Miller, man. You keep signing like one $5 million deal after the next, you know?
Well, yeah, and just go out there and just randomly have like a 3-homer game for the Phillies and like low key have like a really good year.
Yeah.
Hang his hat on it, go sit in the clubhouse, hang out for a little while.
Yeah, exactly.
He's doing it right.
Yeah, it's good work. Find
true.
It.
Okay.
It's good work.
How about, can I hit you with a little Rafael Soriano?
Okay.
He was good.
He was good.
He was good.
But you know what? I feel like people remember him mostly on the Braves. Am I wrong about that?
No, not at all.
Yeah. I feel like maybe a national. He was pretty good.
Okay. But hey, Rays, Rafael Soriano, that happened.
Yeah. I think we skipped Cole.
Oh, did we? I'm sorry. I was just giving you extra time.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. We're gonna have to go Carlos Pena.
I like how you're like, I didn't want to do it. I'm
I
sorry.
didn't want to. It's safe.
Yeah,
I got
it's like open carry. You're like, listen, I didn't want to have to use it, but
Look what you made me do. All right, I got one. I like this one. This is a Philly great too. Sean Rodriguez.
oh,
Oh yeah.
Rod.
Oh yeah.
Okay, okay, all right.
I'm trying to think.
By the way, there's no end, so if you get sick of it, you can just say so.
Yeah.
Normally, I'm decent at this. Like we played.
Oh, you're doing great.
You already won.
Great.
I want you to know. Like Pat Burrell, you already won.
Yeah, Pat Burrell's the winner. We're not going to top that.
We played a game in high school where you'd play with any baseball player ever, and like if you said like Akinori Iwamura, the dude next in line would have to say an I, like whoever's first name, like Ivan Rodriguez. So it'd have to start with an I, and then it would keep going.
Oh,
You want to do it?
I kind of like that game.
We could do it. We could be here a while.
Yeah, they mix it in with little Elmer Dessens.
All right, so what? So like my name's Ethan Williams. So if I said that, then Tom has to come up with a W guy, so he could say like Wyatt Langford.
Yeah, I gotta say Wilmer Flores,
and then I have to come up with an L.
So it has to be last name turns into the first name.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Let's do a couple rounds. I like this.
Kick us off. Who you got?
Oh, and if you do alliteration, so like Barry Bonds, it reverses the order.
So then you gotta go
that's the Uno reverse card.
All right, you
Uno
might need.
reverse.
I might need to ask you once or twice which I need, but I'm in.
All right.
I'm in. All right, kick us off. Who you got?
We'll go with Mitch Haniger.
Okay. Okay.
Is it your turn or my turn?
You know what?
I got one.
I'm gonna go with Hanser Alberto.
Okay. So now I got to go with an A first name, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Aaron Ashby.
Oh, you turn it around on me. So wait, do I have to do A too?
You do.
Oh wait, so that's saying like we go from like like now it's Tom's turn instead of your turn.
Yeah, you turn it around on me. Yeah, watch this. Albert Almora.
Yeah, I could do this all day, pal. Ready? Andy Ashby.
Yeah, okay. Albert Alsler.
Damn it. All right, we got to get Cole involved. Aaron Rowan.
There we go.
Ricky Henderson.
Ooh, okay. I got to do another H. Let's do. I was going to say Henry Mejia, but no. Henry Blanco. Okay. Henry Blanco.
Hank White. All right. So I gotta have a B. Let's see. Brewstar Grotterol.
What?
He's the guy on the Dodgers, the flamethrower.
Is that a G?
Yes.
Yeah, G, sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Greg Maddux.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I gotta do M. Let's do I'm trying to make sure I'm not naming like players that everybody knows. I don't want to be like, oh, Manny Ramirez.
I live there. Yeah. I live with everybody else.
You're like, that's my sweet spot.
Okay. Yeah. I gotta get a good M name here. How about you know what? I'm gonna do a nice little callback here, okay? Because I want to give you credit for bringing this dude up. Let's go with Malik Smith.
What?
Nice. All right, so it's my turn now?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm trying to go for an alliteration. I got an umpire. I was going to say Stu Shorewater.
Stu Spencer Steer.
No, because you just gave me that. All right, that's fine. Let's see. All right, I got an S for you. This guy's terrible. I think he might have been a Ray. Sebi Zavala.
I was gonna, dude. That I had him in mind too.
Now you got it. Now you got a Z.
I have a Z, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're staying mainstream. Zach Greinke.
Okay. I got G. Jeff Jenkins.
That's not alliteration though.
It's not. It's not.
It's not.
So I've got a J.
Yes, you have every Jose who ever lived.
Okay. I'm trying to think of exactly the guy's name. Oh my gosh. Who's the Korean dude on the Pirates who got a DUI?
Jung Ho Gong.
Yeah. I guess I can't use him though because you just helped me.
Just
How
well,
about?
hey, listen, there's another Jung Ho out there.
Yeah, but that's hacky. How about How about Jason Pridey?
Where do y'all know these names from?
Dude, we're sickos. I told you.
We practice this like regularly.
Yeah. So here's how you know that I'm a sicko. I have the MLB app, and you can set it to your favorite team, and it'll give you updates on the Phillies and everything. And I go in and I manually turn on every team as my favorite team so that I get every single update all day. So I literally will get like Dodgers, Rays, what pitching change just happened, and I love it. And my phone will just be like it's just lit up the entire day. And my wife will be like, "Doesn't that annoy you?" And I'm like, "No." Does it annoy you when you get Taylor Swift updates every 5 minutes? No.
You're like, dude, I need to know who's getting brought in to face Bobby Dahlbeck.
Yeah, like you paid for a Taylor Swift updates app. I get this one for free.
Yeah, true.
All right, I think it's your turn, right, Cole?
What's the letter?
What was the name?
Oh yeah, who did I just say? Jason Pridey, so it's a P.
There you go. Yeah, you got to P.
P. I mean, I could go with the Rays great, Pat Burrell.
Do it.
You
Pat
can
do
and
it.
You should.
I'm going with. I hate to do the alliteration here, but I have to. I want to do Billy Butler.
Oh, country
Billy
breakfast.
Butler?
Billy Butler, hilarious player.
Yo, was there a Benji Molina?
Yup, sure
There
was.
Val.
It sure
He
was.
is
And listen, we're doing a full guys who absolutely did not have a speed tool round.
yeah, really fast. Benji Molina, his brother Jose would have been a good Rays name for us to bring up.
True.
Jose. Yes,
Wasn't he a
that's
Ray?
how I knew him.
Okay. So what, you got an M now, Tom?
Oh yeah. I got to do M again. Let's do Max Ramirez.
The Rangers guy? All right. Well, I'm going to reverse it on you. Ready? Richard Rodriguez.
You guys are killing me with these Uno reverse cards. I got to do R. Let's do. I was gonna say Reynaldo Lopez, but I don't like that. That's too mainstream right now. Let's do Randy Bass. Call back to the Yakyu Cosmopolitan episode.
All right. So now, do we go in the other order? Now it's your turn.
Yeah, it's my turn.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a B.
Yeah.
Oh, Barry Bonds.
Okay.
Mainstream.
I'm back.
I know. I'm sorry.
I'm back.
No, you're fine.
Okay, I got
Fighting to
B
stay
again.
alive here.
I got B again.
We got R. Kelly over here. You're like, I'm fighting for my life.
Brian Bass.
Oh, the Orioles guy. So I suppose it's Cole's
Yeah,
turn.
just Uno reverse right back.
Oh, Brian Roberts. We're getting out of this.
There we go.
We're breaking the double B's up.
So you had Bobby Bonds staring you in the face.
Oh, it's you now.
No. Oh.
Yeah, he didn't Uno reverse back.
Okay. So
He
it's my
broke it
turn.
up.
So I got an R.
He was merciful.
Yeah.
All right. I'm
I
not
was
going to
too
reverse
scared
it.
of what came next.
You ready for this? Ruby De La Rosa.
Whoa. So is that a D or is it
That's
Yeah,
a
I suppose
D.
it's D. His last name's De La Rosa.
Dalier Hinojosa?
The Phillies guy? He was this Cuban guy who was like
he had like one appearance in the major leagues.
and he now, I know this from listening to the Phillies podcast, he now is like a Christian radio show host in Miami. Good on him.
Good on him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
he
off.
changed gears.
Yeah, go off.
That's
Dolly.
it. That's an H, by the way.
An H for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hideki Matsui.
Okay.
Nice.
Rays
That's
great.
a rock solid
Yep.
one. I like that.
That's a Rays legend.
True, actually. Yeah.
So that's an M. All right. I don't want to reverse you. Let's see. Oh, see, I got a great double M one, but I don't want to do that.
Do it.
Send it.
All right, Michael Martinez.
All right. Mitch Moreland.
Oh, get reversed again.
All right. See, I wish I could say Malik Smith.
That was a good pull. I like that.
Yeah.
And on a Uno reverse. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah. All right. How about Geez, why can't I think of anybody with an M?
I got one for you.
How about Matt Gamble?
Ooh,
Okay.
give me a G. George Kataris.
Is that a Q?
No, it's a K.
We're gonna go with Kirby Yates.
Nice.
Mm,
Nice.
beautiful. I mean,
There's a
honestly, the only
great
one I would have
Y
liked better would
name,
have
and
been
I don't want you to screw this up.
the only one I would have liked better would have been Kirby Sneed.
Yeah,
True.
I wanted to hit you with a Y. Let's see how good you are.
Oh, you want to know how good I am? Ready? Yenny or Cano?
See, I know one Y. One Y.
Who's the one Y? Or do you not
If
want to
you
burn
pick
it?
that up, I might get them in a minute.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm mad at you for not saying the Y that I had because it's way funnier. But I have to save it because there is a limited number of Ys. Who do I have C?
And you can't say Cole Parks.
Let's do. Yeah, I was going to say Kurt Flood, but that's stupid. Let's not do Kurt Flood. Let's do Chris Shelton.
The Tiger guy.
Yeah. Yes.
Scooter Jeanette.
Oh,
That's a
nice.
good one.
Nice. All right, so I got a G.
Yeah.
How about no, it's a K. I was gonna give you a Korean guy. No.
Yeah, I was wondering how that was going to work. I was like,
Ready?
wait, what name started with a K?
I was thinking of the guy on the
G?
I was thinking of the guy on the Cardinals, and I think it's pronounced Gwang Yu Kim, but it's a K.
Okay.
I think. I got good luck with this. Gus Varland.
I got to have a V.
Yeah.
Victor Caratini. Dude.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
That's on you. You made that too easy.
So a K to me.
It's a C.
C.
C. Kurt Schillings.
Okay.
Okay. All right, I got a double S. Ready?
Oh shit.
Scott Schoenweiss.
Oh.
Turn around on him again.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scooter
I
Jeanette
have no
was a good
idea.
one.
I know there's so many. I have no clue. There's got to be. There's 100,000.
You can do it. You can do it.
You don't have to. No reverse.
Spencer Strider.
Oh no! Oh, you were hung up trying to think of a double S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
you wanted
I got
to turn it back around on you.
I want to say Scott Shields to double S it again, but I don't want to do that to Cole.
Please don't.
Okay.
All right, we'll keep moving. How about Sam Fold?
Ooh.
Yeah, I gotta do F.
The effervescent Sam Fold.
Okay. Franmil Reyes.
Mm.
Wait, you don't know about the Franimal?
No.
He was actually like kind of good for a year or two, like not that long ago. I mean, he was a power only guy, but
He was on the Indians. He was kind of good.
No
okay.
recollection.
It's okay. Well, it's an R.
He's no Carlos Pena.
Yeah, true. He really isn't.
Reggie Jackson.
Okay.
Right. Nice little J for you.
Yeah.
Mariners J for you.
All right. I can give you a Mariners J. You ready?
Let's hear it.
Justin Topa.
Whoa. Okay. I'm gonna give you a player and a broadcaster. Okay. Just to let you know this is gonna be an H name. He was Tommy Hutton.
Oh, the Marlins guy, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Evidently lit up Greg Maddux for his whole career.
That'd be pretty cool.
They asked Greg Maddux, like, who was the toughest hitter you ever faced? And they're thinking he's going to say, like, Wade Boggs or, like, Tony Gwynn. He's like,
Barry
Tommy Hutton. It's like, I couldn't get him out. All right, so Cole, you got an H.
Hank Aaron.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Deep cut.
Live in mainstream.
I don't want to double A you again, but I have a really good name.
Don't do it.
Send it.
All right. Arismendi Alcantara.
What?
He was this prospect. You remember, like before Chris Bryant, when the Cubs were just the worst.
Yeah.
He was like one of those prospects where they brought him up and like Junior Lake, and it just never worked. Also, Junior Lake, I think, was a Ray, wasn't he?
It's mind-boggling because normally when we play this game, like I crush people, and I am getting crushed.
Well, ready? Here's how you can feel better. You're good at things in life. I just know baseball players.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're out there saving the world, not
you
getting
saved
20%
lives,
off
and I'm
Mission
sitting here,
Barbecue
and I'm
for
sitting
it.
here naming Cubs shortstops.
Yeah.
I don't know. Right now, I'd rather have that talent.
Yeah, but this is a really small portion of your life.
Okay, so you got another A.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna live where everybody. Alex Rodriguez.
Okay.
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 So it's me now with an R. Okay. Let's do I wanted to do Tatman, but I don't want to turn it around.
Ryan Roberts.
Yeah, I was gonna do Ryan Roberts, but no Tatman. Let's do Ryan Spielborgs.
Nice. Okay. So that leaves me an S. How about Scott Van Slyke?
Ooh.
So that's
Okay.
not alliteration, right? Because his name's a V.
Yeah, a little V for you.
All right.
There's got to be a Vince out there somewhere. Vince McMahon.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we'll switch sports.
What do y'all help me out? There's got to be a V, right? Or Vince.
Yeah, there's a lot of Victors out there.
Oh, Vladimir Guerrero.
Perfect.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah,
Perfect.
there you go. All right, I got your G again.
You could do that one twice if you need to.
I know. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm keeping the other one in the chamber. So I got G now. My first thought was Logan Gilbert, and I was like, Mariners guy for you. I was like, but that's the last name.
Yeah, it's enough.
Let's do Gene Tennis.
Was he the A's guy?
Yep.
Okay.
Low key, super underrated. By
Yeah, he
the way.
was really good. All right, so that gives me a T.
Yeah.
How about Tim Salmon?
Ooh.
Remember Tim Salmon?
That's an S, right?
Yeah.
Shedrick Honeycutt had one game with the
Whoa.
Expos.
Who is that?
Whoa.
He was my old hitting coach.
Were you just waiting on S?
Yes, I was like, give me an S. Give me an S.
I gotta look this guy up now.
Whoa. Dude, all right, so wait, that might be what the game's called now.
I don't want to call you a fraud here, Cole, but I'm not seeing him on Baseball Reference.
Oh,
well, how do you spell it?
Yeah, how'd you spell it? Here, I'll look it up.
Honeycutt?
Shedrick Honeycutt. Either that or he stole a lot of money from me.
Listen, I'm not making you. I'm not making.
Here we are, breaking news on the podcast.
The fact that you know a person named Shedrick Honeycutt is enough for me.
Shedrick.
I
I apologize.
It's Shedrick.
Oh, that's right, because it was S. Yeah.
Awesome. That's a great name, by the
That
way.
is fantastic.
Wow.
He played for the Expos.
Nice.
You could probably just Google Expos Shedrick.
I'm not actually that worried about it. I was just being silly.
Found him.
You got
There
him?
he is. He's real.
Did he play in MLB? Why isn't he on Baseball Reference?
He's on Baseball Reference. I have him here right now.
What is going on here? Honeycutt?
He is 43 years old. Shedrick Nolan Honeycutt. Dude, I mean, I think yet again, Cole won.
So,
Dude,
okay, so cool. So this, no, go ahead. Sorry.
A guy, you got it. His son, Tavis Honeycutt. He's a freshman over in my area in high school. Dude, they're like, I don't know. I think they made it to the regional finals. But he's a freshman leading the team in like every stat. Dude's probably like 6 foot. I remember when he was like 4 years old, had a better swing than I did. You'll see him soon.
Okay. What was
Tavis
his name?
Honeycutt is amazing. That's like a name out of the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're really like, like every father in the Honeycutt family sits their son down and they're like, son, you'll see a lot of Johns out there. You'll see a lot of like Jims, a lot of Toms,
Don't be like
we
that.
don't do that.
We don't do that
Okay. That's
nonsense
not
around here.
what we do in this family. Okay. There's a long history of Honeycutt men being named after like brands from the shelf, you know. So whatever, when you have a kid, I want you to think of the first medication you can, and you're gonna name him that.
Dude, I already got the best name. Fenway. Fenway
Fenway.
Parks.
Oh, I thought you said
Oh, perfect.
I thought you said Finway, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, that would fit right in. But Fenway, I can actually kind of see that.
Fenway Parks, I like.
Yep.
And he'll have a better swing than I do.
Yeah, true.
So I thought that was very original. There's one from West Palm Beach, Florida. He already exists. So names off the table.
Oh, boo.
That's plagiarism.
Pick a different
honestly.
stadium. Yeah, Citizens Bank.
Huh?
Just name him a different stadium. Like, this is my son, Citizens Bank Park.
Yeah, Citizen. His first name Citizen, middle name Bank.
Yeah,
Tropicana. That's a field, though.
Yeah. Well, like Miller
Okay.
Miller Park or
No, it's not called that anymore.
yeah, it's true. It's not called that anymore. All right, cool. So usually
I got to do a H, right?
Yeah, we can keep going.
Okay. I'm thinking let's do 2 more rounds.
All right.
Honestly, the game's over. Shedrick Honeycutt.
Yeah, that's not getting topped.
It's over. Okay. I got to do H. How about I was gonna say Howard Johnson, but that's hacky. That's just me just picking the first person I can think of. I need to run this by you guys. Okay. Was there a baseball player named Hal Franks?
If there isn't, there ought to be.
Let's check.
Hal Frank sounds like he won a couple rings like on the Yankees bench.
That's not a real person. He must have been something else. Okay.
He's an actor.
There you go. Nailed it.
Sounds like exactly just like I remember.
This is like how we did Vince McMahon. Yeah, exactly.
Played a baseball player.
All right, I gotta do H. I already did Hanser Alberto. That was my big H pull.
That's a good one.
What are some good H names?
I threw out my one and only with Hideki.
Yeah, true. I could do another Hideki. I can do Hideki Okajima.
You can if you'd like. Give me an O.
Yeah. It's finally your opportunity to do O'Neal Cruz.
No. I got a good. Is it my turn or Cole's turn?
I think it's your turn because he just hit me with Shedrick Honeycutt.
That's right.
Game's over.
I don't know if you guys are gonna remember this guy. He's like from the '90s. Olmedo Signs.
Yeah, I don't know who the hell that
No
is.
idea.
It's an S.
There you go. Shedrick Honeycutt is off the board.
Yeah, my secret weapon. There's a Scott out there somewhere.
I'm sure there's plenty of Sams or Steves or
Here's Slades.
Slades.
There is one.
yeah, Slade Ciccone, Diamondbacks guy for you.
Slade Heathcott.
There's 2.
Yeah,
I think I'm done. I don't know an S other than the 2 that y'all just named. I still have no clue who those are.
You can get it.
Come on, I'm sure you can think of like a Steve out there somewhere.
Crap. I was about to say Steve Gardner. That's just a guy I know. No relation.
Does he play baseball?
Yeah, no, he coached baseball, I think.
Yeah, let's just start naming people we know.
Yeah.
Is Scott Suzak that dude?
Sure.
Yeah. That's an Uno reverse card, by the way.
So is that an S?
I think it's a C.
It's a C.
There you go.
Your turn.
Me? I
Yeah.
got to do a C.
Yeah.
Okay.
Send me a C back. I got a C.
Oh, I got to do a double C.
You
Kirk
can do it.
Casale.
Okay.
Who?
Double C.
Kirk Casale.
He's a catcher
Okay,
for
okay.
Reds.
Yeah. I think
I
he was a
got
Ray.
Yeah,
I got the counterpart to the Shedrick Honeycutt is
Whoa.
Cedric Bowers.
Ooh,
Got drafted in the inaugural season by the Rays. Made it up with the Oakland Athletics.
there you
I
go.
don't know who that is.
Back when they were relevant. Dude,
He's from my high school.
you are
Oh,
sitting
nice.
here like, dude, I don't know any like random baseball players. I like can't keep up with you guys. And it turns out you were hiding your power level this whole time. You're like, I'm just gonna rattle off literally the most random players who have ever been named on this podcast.
Did you go to a school that had a bunch of MLB players? Your high school?
No, we've had one dude who got drafted out of high school, Cedric Bowers, threw like 95 from the left side, went to the Rays. Then he did like 7 years in Japan and then came back and made it up with the Athletics.
Okay.
And then I was the only one that made it to D1.
Oh, really?
And
We've had a bunch of dudes go JUCO or NAIA or something like that.
Okay.
Like baseball's pretty big where I'm from, but
Sure.
not too many.
Because we live like right outside Philadelphia, and it's not like a baseball hotspot. Like I don't even know who the most famous person. I guess Mike Scioscia is from like the next town over.
Yeah.
There's
Nolan Jones is from around here. Christian Walker's local.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, here's the point. The reason I brought that up though. So our high school is just like zero, like athletic ability. You know what I mean? And so there was one dude who, like in the late 2000s, made it up with the Brewers, named Mark DeFelice, and he's like all over Haverford's like Wall of Fame, you know, that sort of thing. And so that's the only MLB player that's ever come out of Haverford. And I was like, Mark DeFelice. He played like 2 or 3 years. I can't imagine he's got people banging down his door these days. You know what I mean? So I found him on Facebook and messaged him and was like, "Hey, Mark, we have this podcast. We'd love to talk to you." He didn't answer.
There you go.
Really?
No cell.
I don't blame people that don't answer. Like, why do they want to talk to me?
Yeah. He's too busy being the pitching coach for Haverford High School.
That's true. He's busy being the pitching coach.
Yeah.
Do y'all know who Marty Malloy is?
That sounds familiar.
Played second base for the Braves. He played like one season. I think his first game he hit a home run.
Okay.
Was good, and then the last game of spring training, some dude slid in cleat tie and blew his knee out, and he's done.
Ah, poor Marty.
Yep. He's a manager in the Phillies, I believe.
Or
no, that's why it sounds familiar. Okay,
yeah, he's a manager in the Astros.
Okay. I was going to say
the next school over, like 15 minutes away.
Okay.
That's where White Lake is from.
Okay.
I like that Cole just hit us with a little Phillies guy for you.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, that's what we did with Pat Burrell.
Yeah.
So, all right, Cole, I would like to give you this opportunity, and you don't have to take it if you don't want to. It's a lot of responsibility.
Let's hear
We
it.
name our games after the player that mattered the most. So Elmer Dessens is named after Elmer Dessens because we just could not get more random than him. And then we have a game where like we'll pull up like a roster, like I'll pull up like the 2008 Rays, and you just try to name every player that you can. And that one's called Melvin Mora because Tom kept saying Melvin Mora on teams that he was not on. I don't know if you remember Melvin Mora.
And teams that he was on, by the way. He
teams
was on like 3 of them.
And so we just named them after like the player that like was like just a
Run that one back.
So we just named the game after the player that like mattered the most to us when we played it. If it's all right with you, we would like to play this game in the future. The one that you just
absolutely
the alphabet. What would you like to call it?
Let's call it Shedrick. Shedrick Honeycutt.
All right, Shedrick.
There was only one candidate. I gotta say that's better than the Wes Whistler poll that Colin had when he was on, because Colin was going through Baseball Reference just trying to find funny names. You pulled that out organically. You're like,
yeah,
I know this
who
guy
that was.
That might be the deepest cut in podcast history. So, you know what? Here at the Baseball Podcast, we're proud to announce the introduction of Shedrick Honeycutt, our newest game, shortened to Shedrick.
Well, I'll have to tell him to watch it whenever it comes out. He'll love it.
Hell yeah. Be like, hey,
I'm sure
shit.
he'd be thrilled.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, listen, skip the part. Give them the time step. Like, skip this part where where they talk about the names in the Honeycutt family. Leave that part
No,
out.
he'll love it. He'll love it.
No, if you think about it, though, like if you're Mr. Honeycutt, you're probably not getting mentioned a lot. You know what I mean?
Nah.
So like, take it
Yeah.
and run with it.
Yeah. You know what? There's like 8 more people who are gonna know who he is now.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Plus 2, because I didn't know who he was.
That's true. I didn't know who he was either.
Yeah. Okay. So, listen, it's been a successful set of games. I don't think Cole came in here expecting to go 2-0 today, but
Yeah. You mopped the floor with us.
Oh, no.
Pat Burrell and
got lucky.
it's Shedrick Honeycutt. I mean, but so, listen, on that note, I think, I don't know. Do you have anything you want to plug? Do you want to use this platform to criticize Mission Barbecue in any way?
No, because I'm still holding out that they may give it to me next time I go in there.
Okay.
Yeah, really.
Okay. So the bridge is not fully burned yet, is what you're saying.
No.
Well, hey, if you want to come back on and use this platform to call a flame war against Mission Barbecue, I will join you.
Yeah, we're here.
In solidarity against
I have no loyalty to them, but I have loyalty to Cole Parks.
Exactly.
Yes. Cole, this has been great, man. Thanks for coming on and dealing with us just being foolish. It's been great. It's been great.
Thank you for having me. It was a blast.
Dude, this has been super fun.
Phenomenal.
Is there anything
time.
that you would like to plug? Any handles or anything? You might get like 2 followers out of this.
No, dude, I don't. I mean, I have like the Facebook and Instagram. I don't ever look at
It's
them.
better for your mental health, man.
Yeah,
it is. It really is. I use
seems
Facebook,
like a good idea.
Facebook Marketplace. Can't try to get any good deals.
Yeah, that's always nice. Yeah, you can get some Shedrick. What's his name? Shedrick
Memorabilia?
signed memorabilia. I keep wanting to say Cedric Hunter, the Phillies guy. Yeah, you can get some Dude, what is the guy's name?
Shedrick.
Honeycutt.
Shedrick Honeycutt. You can get some Shedrick Honeycutt signed.
It's a guy named Rick, and he sells sheds. Okay, so that can be your mnemonic device.
All right. On that note, I think we're done. Cole, this has been an absolute blast, man. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for all that you do, and thanks for saving the world every day.
Yeah.
Oh, thank y'all.